Now you're actually a grandma,
I am
although it's
a
not your
grandmother.
grandma name. Does it make you feel any better about the title Grandfluencer?
No, it doesn't.
Oh.
I was thinking about it too, because I was like, does my attitude change? Only when I want to joke around and say, oh, my son had a baby, so I guess I'm a Grandfluencer now. Like, I joke around about it. But no, it doesn't make me feel better about the title. And I would say that my feelings about it have not changed at all. Hi.
Hello.
I feel like it's been weeks since we've done a podcast, which is so weird.
Mm-hmm.
Why is that?
I thought you were going to say it feels like it's been. I thought you were going to say it feels like it's been weeks since I've seen you.
Well,
but
it does go fast.
It's been one day.
Gone. It's been a whole day.
Although
it felt like a very long day yesterday because I didn't talk to you. Really, so it was like so strange. It was a busy day.
I'm so bummed that the day we get back is the first day we get a video of Holly smiling.
Missed
on it by one day. Are you kidding me?
I know. That was a sweet video too.
So cute.
So
Holly is
precious.
Smiling. She's precious.
She's yummy, yummy, yummy. And his how much he adores her is what I like. I still will say is my favorite thing.
Mm-hmm.
It's so sweet. But
But
in the meantime, I'm laughing because I just posted that video about my lip, and I want to tell you that my lip thing is healing, and I had to go to the doctor yesterday to get.
Wait, you got to give the background.
I'm giving the context.
Okay.
Well, we had the episode with the fainting and how I cut my lip and had to have stitches, and then it healed. Anyway, it's healed great. You can't see anything, but there's a little bump in it. Like it feels like there's a pearl in there. It's such a weird thing. And apparently it's the collagen fibers that get hard when they heal around the scar. They create a scar. So the way to mitigate is to break up the collagen by pressing on this, squishing this little pea or whatever, this pearl. I was not prepared. He goes, okay, you're not going to like me very much now. And when he squeezed my lip, I literally saw red. I'm like, I'm going to faint again. It hurt. Ooh. Anyway, and then we were kidding around and we're like, oh, we should make a TikTok. So we had that whole conversation about making a TikTok. But what's really funny is that I told him what we were going to do. And I said, because he was very no, tell me what I have to do. And I said, all right, I'm just going to scream at you. And I thought he was going to fake doing the lip thing. And so when, to my surprise, we play the audio, he squeezes and I'm supposed to scream. And I was like, and I was trying to say to him, don't really squeeze it because it hurts.
I can't.
So
when you told me that's what you had to do, it was like, I could faint even thinking about that.
Yikes. Who knew? And then I looked it up on the internet and it is a fact that the collagen fibers, not that he would tell me a lie because he's a good doctor, but I couldn't believe it because I never heard that before. And so now I have to press it on it. I have to press on it every day myself. But on the internet, it says you don't have to squeeze it aggressively. You could massage it a little at a time. But he's like, no, squeeze it really hard. And I'm like, who do I believe? The internet or Dr. Daniels?
I would take Dr. Daniels.
So today I was like, trying to squeeze it.
I don't know if I'd be able to do it. Oh my God.
It's tough.
That's tough.
Do you notice that I'm in colors today?
I do. You're wearing green. It's not a usual color of yours.
With a beige on top, green with a beige V-neck that I just got this. I did a little Target haul yesterday and I have a few new pieces to take with me on my trip coming up. But yeah, it's a long story, but I'm trying to find shirts because as you know, I have that rash, which women, do you have that? Does anybody else have this or am I the only one? But I have right under my bra line, on my right under my boobs, because of the elastic or however the bras are made. I guess that's where I sweat, so that's why I think it's related to sweating because that's kind of where I sweat a lot. A lot of people sweat on their head. I don't sweat so much on my head or my lip. I sweat in my boob area. So I have this rash there. So I've been trying to find shirts that are supportive enough without having to wear anything under it. So this tank top happens to be it's a mother tank top and I never wear it because it's tight and tiny. And I'm like, today I'm wearing it because I don't have to wear a bra with it. I just, kind of keeps me stacked. And so that's why I'm wearing green. It's not my typical color.
Not your usual color.
I know, but I want to bring more color into my wardrobe, Julie.
I've been doing that. I got that fun, colorful shirt when we were together.
Yes. But then every
trying.
time you and me and Steven went, Sarah, where we were always in black and white, did you? And
it
we were
was-
like, well, we
okay.
got the memo.
The reason we were all in black is because it was like 100 fucking degrees in New
was so
York,
hot.
and it's hot, and like it's hard
So
to wear
hot.
like bright colors when it's hot, because then you're just like, you're gonna see the sweat, and it's gonna make you feel even more gross.
Well, I never think. Yeah, I guess I never really think about that. But I was just like, oh my God, it's so friggin' hot. But I just, so I'm going to I'm trying to be conscious of bringing pops of color in, even if it's not like a whole colored shirt. It's like, I don't know if I could go as far as you with that watermelon printed shirt. That'd be a little much. I'd look more eccentric. Like you look cool in it. I would look like the eccentric lady wearing watermelons. Although with my grandma name, it does make sense that I would wear melons on my clothes.
That segues great into our topic today.
Surely does. Let's go.
revisit
Take us on the ride, Julie.
I this morning listened to our episode. I think it was like 14, in the 14s or 20s. I forget the exact number now. But we talked about you being called a Grandfluencer for the first time, because it was when that CNN piece came out.
Yeah.
And it was such a trip listening to it, because
I can't imagine.
First of all,
I have to listen to it myself. I was mad that day.
you
I
were
was-
mad.
right?
You were very upset about it. And it was so funny because you're just like, oh, if I'll be so excited when the day comes that I'm a grandma, but like, I don't want to be called grandma. And you went on this whole rant about finding your grandma name. And you're like, everyone goes by Mimi or Lala or Papa. And you were like calling off about it. So I think it's really funny that, like, I guess to kick off the Grandfluencer conversation, now you're actually a grandma.
I am
although it's
a
not your grandma name. Does it make
No.
you feel any better about the title Grandfluencer?
No, it doesn't. So I was thinking about it too, because I was like, does my attitude change? Only when I want to joke around and say, oh, my son had a baby, so I guess I'm a Grandfluencer now. Like I joke around about it. But no, it doesn't make me feel better about the title. And I would say that my feelings about it have not changed at all.
Wow.
And to add to the context, this is funny, but I think that I still, when I tell people, I don't say, oh, I'm a grandmother. It's never about me. I always say, my son had a baby, and it is like the best thing. Well, I don't say my son, to be fair. I say my son and his wife had a baby. I don't like leave it just, but because Tommy comes to my mind, as the dad that I'm seeing all the time in the videos. I'm like, my son and his wife had a baby. And so I approach it more like this thing happened to them, and it's so cool for me to watch. So I still don't announce it like I'm a grandmother, or I don't even often say I have a granddaughter. I still say, oh, my son and his wife had a baby. That's how I say it. So I think I just have to get accustomed to it more, and she has to be a person more for me to be. It's going to take time. It's not going to happen in a minute. And I know that Tommy was funny because he was handing the baby to me one day, and he goes, oh, go back to grandma, or whatever she's going to be called. And I was like, I felt bad for him, because I'm like, he wants to call me something, but he couldn't figure out what either. And I was like, so I know I have to solve this and give them something to work with.
You did. Are you still not on are you kidding me?
Oh, no, I like the melon. I love the name.
Okay.
100%.
I thought you were.
No,
thought that
I'm
was
not
you
on the fence.
debating the name. Oh
No,
my
no,
God.
no.
It's
I'm not on the fence at
Not
all.
allowed.
I don't, what I feel that I've come around on is that I didn't like the old Mimi, Lola, Lala, Lulu. I don't like those names per se, but now I have created one. So I guess I have kind of made the leap into that there does need to be something for me to be called. And so now I understand more why those names have been created. And I know people make so many jokes on the internet about whatever happened to grandma. Why do we got to be Mimi, Lola, Lulu? And there's one guy who does a funny rant about it. Like, can't we just be grandma? And he's very funny. But we all know from previous episodes that Jenna's mom is already grandma to 5 grandkids. And she even said, no, you should be something different, because that'll make a differentiation instead of it being grandma this person and grandma that person. So I am 100% on board with there needs to be a cute name. And I like what we came up with for mine. I like melon. It feels good.
Okay. So then I guess in terms of like the influencer side of it, you're still mad to be categorized in the Grandfluencer category.
I do think that's wrong, because I still stand by the fact that at any age you can be an influencer and you're not categorized. But when people are older and they're influencers, they're immediately categorized into a separate category instead of just being influencer, just like everyone else. So I don't particularly like that. But if we are going to talk about groups of influencers, like I would say, if I was in a meeting, I'd say, well, there's this young influencer. Maybe she's in her 20s, blah, blah, blah. And then I might say, and there's an older influencer who we're going to bring in for this. And she happens to be a cooking expert. So I would differentiate by talking about the types of influencers, but I don't necessarily need to be labeled in that way. And I still stand by that. I don't have any different thoughts about it. And I'm still equally as annoyed that I was like immediately presumed to be a Grandfluencer in those news pieces.
I know you were it was so funny to listen to you be so angry. It was like, oh my God, Helen.
Sorry.
But it's okay. Sometimes because we ended up getting on CNN again. So it all worked out. And
we did. You know, I should call that woman and tell her I started a studio.
Yeah, actually. You should. Look at that.
Vanessa, hello. I'm writing it down on my list. Reach out and tell her, oh God, this is big actually. Like I have finally, because I think at the time she was like, how are you monetizing your audience? And at the time I really was not at that point. So maybe that's a piece for her. I don't know. We'll see, but I'm going to reach out to her because I have her in my contacts. Mm-hmm. So that will be good. I can't wait till we do the episode. We will do an episode talking about the studio and how much it has evolved and what I've learned and what we have learned together and all the things. I can't wait. Maybe we'll do that next week. But what are your other questions about grandmahood?
Okay, well, you're still not liking the Grandfluencer name. We got it. But you got a grandma name because that's the other thing you were like trying to debate on the episode, which was funny. And then what ended up happening, our conversation spiraled into talking about aging, which I thought was funny because we did talk about that a little bit while we were home of like, on the last episode, the Grandfluencer episode, you're talking about how like you don't feel like you're 60.
Yeah.
And so we were talking about this recently about, again, you don't feel like you're 60, but we were talking about how you saw a TikTok or you saw something on the internet that was like, you are not the age you are, like you are whatever age you are in your head, but the age outside is like what people are perceiving of you. Can you, I feel like I just said that so poorly. Can you,
no, you said it pretty well, but I'm going to try and I'm not always good at explaining things. You're usually better, but the idea was that people think that when you see an older person, that their mind is that age. Okay. But we are all still the same person that we were in our teens and our 20s. Well, hopefully we've learned some, hopefully we've grown and matured and all those things. But we have an age where maybe we have locked in, maybe it's our best time of our life, or maybe it was how we feel we are, even though our body has aged past that. And so I think it was a woman who was a guy. It was a guy. He was explaining like, what has changed is not how I think of myself, but it's how others perceive me because of what I look like. And that was so eye-opening because he was saying the same thing. I feel like I'm in my 30s or at most my 40s. And I realize that I'm perceived that I'm in my 60s because of how I look. And it's not until, and so especially he said the same kind of thing. I am with young people a lot at work. I'm at shoots so I constantly think these people are my peers. And he said the same thing. He's like, I'm hanging out with these people and my kids' friends, and I think they're my peers. And then I suddenly realize that they are seeing me as an older person, not as a peer. And that's kind of jarring because I feel the same way. I had such a funny joke. Did I ever say this on an episode where we were hanging out with Tommy's friends from high school? Mm-hmm. This is so funny. And we were at his Catskill house and we were all hanging out and we were going to play board games and stuff. And we were all in the kitchen and I just was hanging. I haven't seen them in a while. So I was like, oh guys, it's so good to see you guys again. And you know what's the best part? See, now we're all the same age. And it was because to me, that's how I saw it. I'm like, they caught up to me. Mm-hmm. I didn't think like I got older and they grew up.
Yeah.
I think of myself as, they caught up and now we can all hang and have the conversation, because it was that kind of thing. Like we were all talking about the things, like they weren't changing their things they were saying because I was there, it was so fun. But that's how I feel about it. I feel that I'm working with peers and then I suddenly go, I guess I am the older one here. And I will admit it and I will joke about it. Like, well, I'm the oldest person in the room, but I have the most TikTok followers. Like I love to surprise people with that. So But I do. It's funny. It's timely that we're having this conversation because of that video that's out right now. That's very viral. By the way, I'm up to almost a million. It's like 980
Wow.
something. And I looked at how much I made because I think I might make a video. Like, in case you're wondering, as a creator with 1 million followers and a video that's about to hit 1 million, how much money this video has made. It's $240 is what that video made, which is pretty good. I mean, you know, it's free money. That's how I look at it. Like, I'm just imparting my knowledge, and then that happened. But I think people think it's way more than that when they see a video with 1 million views. They're like, this woman's making thousands, you know? No, $200.
It is crazy.
Enough for a Target run.
Oh my God.
That's about what I spent when I went to Target, when I went to my
thing
haul.
now is I just want to make enough money off social media so that I can buy my plane tickets to come visit the baby.
I know, that was a good post.
I think what I'm going to do is like start a series of like day 2 of trying to get JetBlue to sponsor me and like keep doing it and get everyone behind it. And then
That's a really, really good idea. One of them will hit. If you say something.
And then, next time I fly back on JetBlue, I'll be like, here I am. I'm making content for JetBlue.
And then each time you could say something different. So you can make like the content. It's like day 2 of that. So, and you could be like, today I got the first video of her smiling and I can't believe I missed it. Like, that could be a funny one. And then the next day could be like, not always about her necessarily, but something you did. And then all I could think about was I really wanted to give her, you know, hug her and make myself feel better. I needed my fix, whatever the things are. I love this concept. I think you got to run with it.
I know. I got to just stick with it. But
so funny.
Yeah. It is a funny one.
It is funny. And you have another video now that's getting so much hate.
I know. Let's first talk about the video you got hate on first, because I feel like yours is
about aging.
It's about aging. So we took a little tangent.
We took a tangent, but because that is funny. I posted a video about this trend called the bacon avocado trend. And it's where you say the words bacon avocado really fast. It doesn't make sense, just like most trends don't make sense often. But it's like saying something fast. And then when you slow down, there's a hidden message. So that the next thing you say is something secretive or some kind of a reveal or something poignant. A lot of people on the internet are using it to share something secretive or mean or whatever, or gossipy. But I'm not on that side of TikTok. So I was getting the ones that were meaningful and poignant. Okay. So that's what I said in the video when I was explaining the trend. And I go, it's when you say something fast and then you say it slow and then it's poignant, something poignant. And they were like, nothing's poignant about these videos on my, okay. Yeah. Because you're on the mean side of TikTok. What can I tell you? You know? So people were really coming at me for like not explaining the trend right. They were coming at everyone in my comments who was like, I don't get this trend. This makes no sense. And they were all older people that are like, huh? And so then I made a follow-up.
Were they coming into the video of you doing the trend or the video of you explaining the trend?
The video of me explaining the trend.
I think that's where you got a lot of hate too, because people are like, this is such an easy thing. Like, why does it need a tutorial?
Yes. But it's funny because that always happens to me when I explain the simplest thing that doesn't need a tutorial. It's the one that goes viral and people are like, we didn't need a tutorial for this. And I'm like, clearly 1 million people did because they're watching this video. There was a teenager that commented, okay, teen here, I totally know how to do this and still watch the whole video. So there's something about the way I teach the videos that people stick around for them, which is why, you know, it's good for me because then I make money when they watch it longer.
Yeah.
But yeah,
so interesting. A lot of people are like, go back to Facebook and like, how did I end up on boomer side of TikTok? And it's just like, Jesus Christ.
I learned a few terms too. One of them is called, do you know what it is when someone's called an UNC, UNC?
I think so.
Tell me. Okay. Well, this is Gen Z slang for an older person.
Yeah.
Like, oh, so many unks in the comment. And I was like, unk. You know, I thought that was a funny one. Then the other thing that I enjoy doing is having fun with it. So it was like, go back to Facebook. And I wrote back, why would I go to Facebook? I have 1 million followers here, like indicating, you know, and that was like with a smiley face. So I'm not even being mean. I'm like, but I don't understand. What's Facebook? I have 1 million followers here. So just like touche, because the person that makes a comment inevitably has 50 followers, which is, I don't even understand people that do that. They'll really trash on a video and you go to their page and they have 10 followers, 20 followers, 100 followers. I'm like, oh my God. Yeah. I still stand by there should be awards. There should be some kind of creator rewards for comments though, because when people are funny in the comments, it's brilliance.
I think you should get,
video.
I think you should get I think they should pay creators for if like a comment gets a lot of, do you know how much that would, okay, maybe we're onto something that would boost engagement if people thought like if they
We're
commented
going
in
to
their
compete for
comments.
the best comments, right?
Yeah. Or it would make people actually engage with content because but then it might backfire because then people would be negative. But yeah, it's like insane the generational hate you're getting on this video because it's just like, obviously, yeah, it's like an easy trend to do and it's very simple to figure out if you're not a boomer. But like, clearly it's needed if 1 million people are watching this.
Yeah. And clearly just scroll on if it's bothering you. But there's a few teenagers that are so adorable. And so I've had comments where it's like, why is everybody in my generation so mean? And I'm like, oh, sweetie, I'm so happy that you're here and I see you. So I've been writing to those comments specifically because I want those people to be encouraged to be nice. Like they obviously have. And so that's so sweet to see. And a lot of people going after the kids in the comments on my behalf, like leave her alone. She's just trying to help. Other teenagers even saying, leave her alone. She's just trying to help. And she's so sweet. Like she's such a sweet granny. I'm getting a lot of that, but whatever. I write back, thank you. I make really good cookies and crumb cake too. I have that comment in there a few times.
I am proud
Come
of your
over. I'll give you the best chocolate chip. Is so sweet.
Sassier comebacks. I'm proud of.
Yeah.
Because before you would have never done that, I feel like.
No.
Now you're at a place where you feel like you can respond to the haters a little bit.
Yeah. And I don't feel like I have to fight the haters. I just feel like I should be playful. And it doesn't. People are like apologizing to me in the like, I'm so sorry you're getting so much hate on this video. You don't deserve it. Don't worry about it. It doesn't faze me in the least. You know, that's what I'm saying. I'm saying to these people, it's okay. I have very thick skin. I've been here for a long time. It doesn't hurt me in the least. They can't hurt me.
Yeah. I think that's maybe like one of the benefits of being an older creator is you won't let it get to you as much as maybe like I'm getting comments and sometimes I get comments and I'm like, oh, I've made a few videos.
Getting comments on because
I've made a few videos recently.
The recent one.
I know, but I'm going to say I had 2 videos recently where they've been getting a lot of mean comments where it's like me obviously trying to make funny observational comedy. And just getting mean comments about things. And the one I just posted was because Lady Gaga's tour just started or like whatever. She had a big concert. So a lot of people are posting videos from the concert. And I'm like, some girls, like I see a video of a girl like front row and she's just like belting every lyric, which is like, go for it. Like if you're at a concert, like having fun, like absolutely sing your heart out. Like you are there. But like maybe that's not the video you post because I don't need to hear you belt. I wasn't saying don't enjoy a concert. I was saying if you're going to film a video to post on social media of the concert, maybe don't have it be you singing the lyrics off pitch for a minute long video. Like that's all I was trying to say. And it got misconstrued as like, I'm going to enjoy my concert. Like I paid money for those tickets. And I'm like,
yeah, how about if you want to see the concert, how about you buy the ticket?
You should have seen me at Taylor Swift. I was belting those lyrics and I was getting looks, but I wasn't like, I don't know. So like I'm all for like
those. So I've commented. Did you see my comments? I said something like the difference between a content creator is that to record content for yourself and then record one for your viewers. That's actually valuable to your viewers. Like don't just post yourself screaming. That's also very self-serving. That's the people that come on here. I have such and such and such. Okay, well, what about here's what it is for you. Here's how I can make your day better instead of I. So that's a whole mindset. But there's a lesson. I might have to do a reply to a comment in one of those. Maybe I should do a video reply to your comment.
Go for it.
That'd be funny.
Add fuel to the fire. Like
let's do it.
Whatever.
Let's do it. That's so funny. Right.
But yeah.
Anyway.
I think it was really interesting listening to the older episode.
What else was different about it? Like, how were we? How have we changed?
I don't know. I think it was one of the earlier ones, and I think it's when we were in person.
Okay.
And I definitely feel like our vibe is different in person than when we're virtual for some reason.
Oh.
Because I don't know. Because I even felt it when we recorded our last episode when we were in person.
Oh, interesting.
It is just like a little different. I feel like, I don't know.
I know. Maybe it's more formal or more polished, or we feel like we have to be more polished. Maybe something like that. I don't know. I
think those are like the 3 things we really talked about. The piece, the CNN piece, the Grandfluencer. And I will say about that is like we ended up getting a piece together on CNN after that. Yes. So it was good that worked out.
That was fun.
that we talked about you being a grandma, and now you are a grandma. So it's almost like a funny time capsule of like, and I remember when you were on that CNN special, your hair was still growing back too. So you were like in the throes of recovery. So it was just a really interesting time capsule moment to like re-listen. We should go back and listen to more of our old episodes and revisit them, because it was fun to like listen to it, see what's changed, see what hasn't changed, just even like our thoughts and opinions, but also what's going on in our lives. Because, you know, a year or two ago in that episode, it was like a year and a half ago when that one came out, you know, recovering from cancer, Tommy and Jenna weren't married.
So much was changed. So much changed over. This
so much
short
has
period of time.
changed. So
But
it
I
was
think
really
things
interesting.
change always like that. I think it's just that we're never as hyper aware of it because we don't always record content. This is one thing I want to say about one of my favorite parts about being a content creator now is that you're a journaler, so I don't do that. But I feel like now I have this whole period of my life that is somewhat documented, and it's kind of cool. Like I keep saying I should really revisit the whole cancer thing and look at it from a new lens now and go back. As soon as I have downtime, whatever that is, I want to do that. But it's so interesting that I feel like my TikTok is my diary. And so that's going to hurt me more than anything, losing if it goes away. That it's like, I know I have all the videos, but it's like, they're not all organized on a platform. Like the way that it's just like somebody losing their Facebook. When Facebook was the thing where you put everything and then people would lose their Facebook and they were devastated. Like I would never be devastated losing my Facebook. I got like 4 photos up there or something. But losing TikTok is almost like I'm going to lose my diary.
Yeah.
I guess I'm going to have to take time and curate from my phone where all those TikToks are.
Yeah.
That's going to be a project. That's a project.
Oh my God. That's
also
daunting you.
It's all right. I can't even think about it. I have to just move forward.
I'm just going to say positive, and TikTok's not going anywhere. I think things are happening in the universe. I'm not going to be negative about it, but I think things are happening.
I hope that you are. Well, I know you're right, because I don't think TikTok is going away, because it will live on with, even if the US isn't participating. So I will, as I said another time, get a VPN and I will live on with it. But things are happening, and let's hope things are going to change. Let's just say that.
Let's hope so. But we should, I know you have a meeting soon, so
I do have a meeting.
Wrap up, and
this
was good. We'll do another one soon.
We'll do another one. I want to do one that really talks about what we're doing together work-wise, because we, in the beginning,
again, a lot of change. We should listen back to the old episodes where we talk.
I was just going to say that.
Oh my God. Okay.
We
So
both
that'll
had the
be
same
our
idea.
plan. Let's do it on the flight. You need something.
I will.
To do
I'll listen to the episode. I'll make some notes. And then maybe we'll find time. If you don't mind recording, it's fine for you to record in the evening. We can record one night after my shoot when I get back to the room. Yeah. And I don't care. I'll put a light up and we'll record. Be fun. Because it'd be good to talk about that. I think that's going to be helpful. I did want to record it well, because in case we wanted to use it for ads, but I'll forgo. We'll see. We'll figure out how to make it work. All right. Well, that's it for today, everybody. We love you. Yours truly,
Helen and Julie.
Love seeing you, Julie.
We did it. I know.
This was fun.
And I'll be back soon.
Come back soon.
I got to see the baby. Let's get JetBlue to sponsor me. Everybody let's tag JetBlue in my comments. I love JetBlue. Please let me be your resident content creator.
It'd be fun. Maybe they'll sponsor both of us, like mother-daughter.
I said that in the video. I said I will pawn off my mom's 1 million followers.
Absolutely. I am in for it. All right. We'll see you next week.
Alrighty.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.